So I would go, I'd smile, I'd be as polite as can be, but I knew I had nothing to fucking offer these people. But then, as I got more experience, I started going into these table reads and into these pitch meetings and shit. And guys, I would sit there in fucking awe of the stupidity in the room. And I hate to use that word. But I thought that these people were so fucking much smarter than I am. And at the end of the day, I got to like break. Like I could just take so much. You could talk stupidity in front of me for so fucking much. And it was like this conversation the other day. I had the attorney. That guy got more school than me. He had another attorney in the room. The fucking publisher was on the fucking phone, and a chick that worked for the assistant publisher, and they'd give me all these ultimatums, and I'm like, guys, stop. They're like, well, why don't you and Joey go get the paperwork from Boulder, like call Boulder and go through the paperwork to get you, because it's public knowledge. If you fucking gets hit in the head with a pole and the cops come, it's public fucking knowledge. They have to write a report, and it's in there. And that's just the way it is. And you could go down to the police station at any time and fucking read it. I don't know what the protocols are, but you could read it. And how do I know this? Because fucking like 15 years ago, I was trying to get my passport. And the attorney I was using said, what we'll do is let's get the paperwork from this and that to show them that. Well, I read my fucking kidnapping case. Let me tell you something, guys. When I read this fucking thing of what I'd done, like what had happened on November 18th, I cried. I cried because I didn't even know who that person was. It was like reading the paper and reading about a crime that somebody had committed, and it's not even a friend of yours. Like just reading about somebody and going, boy, that was a rough fucking day. That dude did some damage, you know what I'm saying? Like this guy robbed a bank, shot 4 people, injured 8. One of those things, you know, like this guy's a friend of yours. So after I read that police report about what happened on November 18th, guys, I got to tell you, the first time I read that after like, you know, not being around it for 20 years, it fucking brought a tear to my eye. I was like, wow. But then again, that was the report that they had to write to fucking, you know, they made it very colorful and all this shit. But when you read it, it's very fucking disturbing. And that's why I told them, I go, guys, I told you a fucking story that happened on November 18th. Obviously, you guys want to get somebody to collaborate with you. I can't go to these people to collaborate. Then they wanted me to collaborate a story from 1975. And I'm like, guys, everybody in that conversation, except for me, is fucking dead. They're dead. What are you talking about? They're like, okay, forget about that one. Let's go back to the kidnapping. Okay. What do you want to know? And they're like, well, what we want you to do is go. And I said, let's stop this. You got 2 attorneys, right? Yeah. Why don't you contact Boulder? It'll be a lot easier. You could read the fucking report. That'll let you know everything that you need to know, but I give you a warning. When you read that report, you won't be calling me back. I'm telling you, once you read that report, you won't be calling me back because the report is that buck wild, but it'll collaborate my story plus a couple other fucking things in there that might blow you the fuck away. So, and they were like, okay, let's do that. Do you know that the next day they contacted me again and said, do you think we could get fucking collaboration papers from the guy you kidnapped plus the guy that, again, they came back to me and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So, but to get back to it, guys, you know, I respect college so much. I really do. I don't know if I respect it because I didn't graduate. I don't know if I respect it because I didn't do it the right way. When somebody tells me they're college educated, I give them a little leeway. They did something I couldn't do, and I did something they couldn't do. They went to a 4-year college and put up with all that shit and did homework and studied, and now they're working in their field. I never understood when I went to these fucking meetings for Hollywood how 4 years, even at Syracuse, which is a big television school and film school and all that stuff, how these people would apply that to make the decisions they make in these rooms and to give you the feedback that they give you in some of these fucking rooms. You sit there and go, what the fuck did they just say? Like I sold the one show to Fox. I sold them. And here's the other thing about these movie, these people, when you shoot a special, to all you young comics, when you shoot a special, they're going to come see you, whether it's Netflix, whether it's any other 3 of the 4 companies that do it. Who's ever putting a special together. This is the best. I love all this shit. When they come to you, they offer it to you, and they say, listen, we want to offer you this special. We're going to air it on this. And you go, you're trying to be honest with them. You go, listen, before you have any plans on airing this, have you ever heard the story of me sleeping with a one-legged woman? And they'll go, yeah, we heard it on Tom Segura. I turned it into a bit, and it's in the middle of my set. Do we have a problem? No. That's a brilliant bit. Oh, my God, we're so excited. We can't wait for you to see it. All right, you sign the paperwork. They give you the deposit for the special. And then let's say you have 12 weeks from the time you shoot a special. After about 6 weeks, you get a call from your agent. They want to come watch your set one night. They want to come see your hour set, see how it's shaping up, to see if, what can we yank out to fuck with this motherfucker. And on that night, when you get off stage, they'll be in the back waiting for you. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, my God. That was the best thing we've ever seen in our lives. You're sitting there going, that was the worst set of my life, but whatever you think. Ha, 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 ha. It was great. This, that, this. The special sucked. And you're waiting for notes. And they'll hit you with an obscure note. Like in the beginning, you said the word retard. Can you turn that into something else? Okay. You're not going to fucking, listen, you're not going to change it. Okay, you just yes them to that. Yeah, I'll change it. It was like when Tom Segura did his Netflix special, the president of Netflix called him up and fucking made him write an apology to Special Olympics or some shit. He had to take retarded out of their special and all this shit. Anyway, so, like what retarded kid watches fucking Netflix specials? Anyway, so, and I don't mean to put this in a bad way, guys, but it's the fucking truth. So, then you go see them. They'll come see you like 3 weeks out, maybe 2 weeks out. We're so excited. Okay.